So the second form in the Tai Chi traditional long sequence is 7 stars. So here we can see the square version of the form, and it introduces the idea of clearly distinguishing yin and yang. So that basically means being hyper aware of where your weight's distributed. Usually it's either completely on one leg or the other, and also the extension or retraction of the limbs, or the opening and closing. So here we can see the rounded version, which is a little bit different, but the most important point is that it has to be a waist-driven movement, because all the movements in Tai Chi are driven from the waist. So here's the actual application shape of the 7 stars posture. So it's basically an on-guard position that we use in Tai Chi. And the idea is that you're completely balanced, a roughly 50-50 weight distribution, and the shape of the arms a bit of a triangle. And as shown here, that's a sort of overly spent guard. Here would be far better because it's got more attacking potential. Now the guard should be a little bit adaptive, so you shouldn't just stick to one shape. The idea is your 7 stars represent 7 major joints within your own body, and where they're positioned relative to the opponent. So you want to adapt your guard according to where and what your opponent's doing. And here we're trying to make the point that the guard shouldn't deviate overly much from its normal shape when you're just receiving strikes and defending. There's not a lot of movement that's actually necessary, particularly if you combine it with decent footwork. Point to make is that your stance should be really stable and well balanced, and also have some power potential. So the arms are slightly, a little bit of a curve and a little bit of a bend in the legs to aid with stability and sort of preemptive striking and so on. So the 5-element movement theory in Tai Chi is extremely important, and it's one of the, or 5 of the 13 tactics in the original name of the art. So the 5 elements are fire, which is going forwards, water going backwards, earth, which means being extremely stable and well balanced, and metal and wood, which represent the sideways movements. Now each of the elements can be easily defeated by 2 of the other elements. So for example, fire, forwards attacks, can easily be neutralized by simply moving to the side. So that's metal and wood, for example, shown here. Here we've got the idea of mature force. So standing in place is never a good idea because the force is going to be very mature and focused. So here we've got a sideways direction of attack, which is easily beaten by either retreating using the water element or using the fire element and moving forwards. Now the idea in Tai Chi self-defense drills is to basically train these directions of movement in combination with the various techniques, including the 8 main sort of powers of the art, so that it just becomes a very natural thing to do. And this helps you to achieve superior positioning relative to your opponent, and just defend and attack far more efficiently. So traditionally this type of exercise was done using long spears. Lots of different swipes towards the head, body and legs. As we can see here is a leg one, and when you're using a spear you actually have to jump over it, so it's just looking at the 5 elements from a different perspective. So here we're going to make the point of small movements and big movements using the 5-element theory. So sometimes just a small application of the direction is very, very effective in order to make an efficient defense and put you in a good position to counter. So here you can see just a little bit of head movement, which should be supported by footwork. So luckily in Tai Chi there's a few different footwork drills, not to mention all the forms which train a wide variety of footwork patterns that get you skilled at being able to move in all the different directions with stability and power. Okay, the lowest level of defense is actually getting hit. Next, we have actually going in the direction of the strike. Then we have diverting the power away from your body efficiently. And the highest level, where we're really using pure yin to defeat yang, which is the objective of Tai Chi, you're not even there. So for Negon course, check neilrosiak.com. And for Tai Chi classes, courses, and online training, visit 13dynamics.com.